Do you remember the first element of hip hop that you partook in?
Talent shows. I had a friend named Little Top. He's still around, so I'm still in contact with him a lot. We basically ran around the Bronx, battling a lot of people. We was down with a group called Hip Hop Rockers and Magic Motion. We used to have to fight our ways out of buildings, out of projects, out of abandoned buildings, out of wherever we were, because 9 times out of 10 we was gonna win. So Top was nice doing electric boogie, and I had taught him how to break dance. And when I taught him how to break dance, oh my God. Not only that, he was going to a school up here on Fordham. I remember I used to pick him up from the school. It was a acting class or some dancing stuff too as well. Um, well, to speed up the story, uh, it was, I forgot which movie, but they came to interview me and Top at the school, and Top got the part to speed up the situation because I told him how to break dance. I only knew how to break dance. I didn't know how to do electric boogie like that. So he wound up getting the part, but he didn't like the part because they wanted him to walk a certain way with the radio, and he felt it was out of his character. And I said, you should have just did it this way, this way. He was like, that's why you should have had the part. But to this day, it taunts him that he didn't take.
Got you.
Right.
So then your first element that you were doing was breakdancing. Did you get into doing graffiti or DJing?
No, I was around a lot of the DJs. I didn't get into, I was around the graffiti dudes too. And it was people that drew around me and did graffiti. A lot of them, I can remember them going to the stores and stealing up all the spray paints, all the spray cans, all the spray paint, and the tops. There was something about the tops to the spray paint that they was open off of. If you was into that, it's something with the tops, a certain type of top that they used to like using.
So then you end up eventually learning how to rap, right? How did you fall in love with rapping?
That happened, unfortunately, when I was incarcerated. But I was around the rapping thing. My brother used to take me to the studio, and I used to be the one in the studio, like, yo, we're gonna go party. And I didn't understand the process of the studio or nothing like that. I just wanted to go party. They finished the song, let's go out, let's go hang out now. I didn't know none of that. When I got locked up, it was a song that came out on the radio. It was Apache. Unfortunately, at this time in my life, it was a lot of violence. So I was a target, and I had to defend myself too. So my life went into a little turmoil at a certain age. When I got locked up, kind of like saved me and slowed me down. And one day I'm listening to Apache, and it was that song called like "I Need a Gangster Bitch," and I said, "This is my He's living my He's telling my life. I know people like this. Nah, I can do this." So for like a week, I tried to write a rhyme. I was garbage. I was trash, and I got frustrated. Left it alone. Fast forward, got up north. Had a 4 to 12. Unfortunately, had to cop out. I ran into a guy named Bob Cagle. He's the guy that first time I ever heard of a person named Biggie Smalls, besides as a rapper, besides my co-defender. We was calling him Biggie Smalls before Biggie Smalls existed. So I didn't even never even heard of a rapper named Biggie Smalls. So I'm writing my co-defendant telling him, yo, this guy is about to come out. His name is Biggie Smalls. He's like, yo, he's from Brooklyn. I already heard of it. Like, correspondence letter. Yo, he's fine. You can have that. So when Rob told me about Biggie, he ran to the locker, got a couple of pictures with him and Biggie getting money down south. And he was like, yeah, I'm the one that told him to do the music thing. Oh, he would have been locked up with us right now. So fast forwarded before they came out with the Biggie Smalls movie, Rob called me and let me know they was coming out with it. So I was kind of excited because I was like, yo, you gonna tell them about your part when you was getting money with them down south? He was like, nah, I'm gonna keep that for myself. They ain't talking no brand like I'm gonna just keep that. Or use that for myself. So I was like, all right. Well, you let me know in advance before Biggie movie was even coming out. And me, him, and Mark Pitts took a picture in Jimmy's Bronx Cafe with Biggie Smalls' moms. So as
Coletta
well.
Wallace, rest in peace.
Yes, God bless.
Right. I want to backtrack on something that you said, because you were saying that when you got when you went to prison, it almost saved your life pretty much, right? Because it kind of like forced you to slow down and rethink
Yeah.
things.
Yes.
One thing that I kind of noticed is that a lot of people share this same sentiment, especially when you're growing up in like New York, where it's such a fast-paced life, always on the go, 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 right? And
All
a lot of
because
times,
it's a fast paced life, but I don't want to compare eras because it's not about what era was wilder, but it was a little. It's wild now, but just imagine no cameras.
right.
Just imagine like it takes 25 minutes to 30 minutes for a cop to come after a shootout or someone gets shot. Then they're an hour for them to come. Like it was wild back then. And if you had any jury on, nice coat, nice sneakers, them jams, you couldn't. Some people walked home barefooted out of them jams or with no jacket or no jury going back home.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you wasn't just going up. That's the crazy part. That the music and the culture was so fire that certain people took risks and there was so many gangs.
Right.
So 9 times out of 10, you going into one area or they coming in your area. So if they don't have no peace treaty with these gangs, it's going to be a problem. And certain gangs that used to have a peace treaty with the gang so they could come. But I didn't know none of this at the time. Like, I didn't know nothing. I'm following the music. So I'm definitely naive to what was really happening around me because I was into the music and into the graffiti part of it, like in a dangerous environment. Fast forward it,
Yeah, man.
um, once again, being bullied. I don't like bullies. I never was a bully. Every bully felt one of these, basically, that came my way that tried to bully. So that was my aggression.
So you getting locked up, it forced you to slow down and reassess your life, right? And then that's how you got into rapping.
Yes.
So
Yes, that's what made me want to rap after seeing other people do it at all. So I have a childhood friend. Um, y'all familiar with Shake What Your Mama Gave You? His his little
mhm.
brother was one of my best friends. He produced that, and his older brother, which I call him Little Rock, they call him Sticky. I forgot his MC name, MC Sticky something. But he did this. He did a handful of songs. Um, then I had another childhood friend, SWV, Leanne. We went to Warren High School together. So I'm seeing all of this when I'm locked up. Then I think my first son's mother was involved with a group too. But I'm seeing,
Wait. You're going a little too fast. You're going a little too fast. Wait, your childhood friend is Leanne from SWV, the R&B group?
yes,
Wow.
yes,
And
um,
she always been fine, huh?
yes. Leanne actually uh, took a demo of mine to Scarface when he had Def Jam South. And Scarface, one of the artists I was dealing with, his name is Mayhem, and a Caucasian artist I was developing at the time. He was fire, fire, fire. He's still fire to this day. His name is Highlight. But the funniest
Mm-hmm.
thing, Scarface didn't believe Highlight was white. I'm gonna say it again. And to this day, he probably say, "That wasn't a white boy you let me hear." Scarface didn't believe Highlight was white. And a lot of people wanted Highlight. A lot of people were trying to cut my throat for Highlight. Yes. Because after being incarcerated and in my childhood life, I used to get into conflicts. Sometimes conflicts led to the knuckles. Sometimes conflicts led to them things coming out too. Um, so me coming home and transferring all that energy into music, because this is what I thought about when I was with the guy Bob Keiko up north. Thought about the music part and thought about doing small films. And when I came home, I actually was down with the first group, which was one of my older brother's partner, uh, Shy Meek, and Seagard, a Spanish cat called Seagard. We was the Bronx Bandits. Fast forward it, their, their relationships was kind of not to put their business out. They had a difficult baby mothers at the time. So when it was time for us to go to the studio, they'll leave out. They couldn't go, and they'll leave them with the kids or do something that, even if it was a show, it was like it was getting crazy. Where I was just stuck to make a decision, and this was around the time Biggie passed away. Because I remember we was going to Freaknik, and one of my other childhood friends is Chance that I had started a company called DFL with, Down for Life
Right.
Entertainment, with
And
another brother
we're gonna
named,
get into that.
yeah, Jocko. So we're on the bus and we're rapping all the way down south. We rapping all the way back. We came back. I said, "Yo, I got an idea," because I had through a talent show and I ran across Anthony Cruz, which later on becomes Tony Sunshine. So I went and got
Yo, Stu,
Anthony.
you're going too fast, man. You're going too fast, man. You're going too fast, okay?
Man,
No,
wait, wait, wait.
but can you?
I'm gonna let you retract. So
Uh,
when I run into Anthony Cruz, he had another guy named Nito. So it was initially four of us making this group, coming into this group called Wise Connections at the time. Nito used to drink too much, so we had to dismiss him, unfortunately. And then we changed our group to Usual Suspects because we had got up with a guy called Sean Waters that was a part of Force MDs. He used to produce for the Force MDs out of
Mr.
Yonkers.
Tender Love.
Yeah. So but I don't think Sean was a part of the group when they did Tender Love. But what's crazy is a lot of people say Force MDs and they will probably laugh like oh, Force MDs. If you like Wu Tang, then you must love Force MDs because Wu Tang, Force MDs did a lot of their skits. That's all I'm gonna say. They did a lot of their skits.